Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Now this video I've combined a few things together because it's all about Corsas, and both of our Corsas little niggly problems, and one whilst we're on holiday. So the first bit of the video you're going to see, which is whilst we're away on holiday down in Kent seeing my brother. So you'll also see his Porsche Boxster that we were doing a bit of work on. Now I'm going to have to voice over most of it because the recording audio didn't work properly, so I'll have to do some of that for you. But so it's Corsas and a bit of Porsche Boxster this week, so I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start off then with the work on the Porsche Boxster. So this is X-Reg, so it's a year 2000 Porsche Boxster 986. It's one that my brother's owned for quite a while now. It's done quite a few miles. It's a little bit rough and ready at the edges, but it's still a lovely car. And you can see here, drove it earlier on in the year. Still drives and runs really smoothly and quite happily. You can see the soft top is all up and running, and it's your typical Boxster S. So I thought I'd give you a quick look around it, and then we're going to dive into what is going wrong with it. Basically, any maintenance or work on these can be a bit fiddly because you tend to have to take lots of the car apart to actually fix stuff on it. So this time it was to fix the two-tone horn. Unfortunately, both of them had stopped working. And to do that, you've got to take the full front bumper off. You can see here we've managed to get the front bumper off. It's not too bad. It's more awkward than anything, getting the clips off in the right order and getting it taken off. And then you take off the air scoop. You can just see that we've removed the air scoop as well. And that lets you get at the twin-tone horn. The top one is the original, and they sit on a little bracket. And the reason you've got to take the airbox off is to get at that bracket. And then you can put the new ones back on again. And you can see the new one at the bottom of the picture. All in a few hours work, nothing ridiculous. But it's typical that you have to take so much apart to get at it. So that was our little foray into Porsche maintenance. And now on to the main event. So this is my daughter's Vauxhall Corsa 2008. And we were getting a bit of rattling and rumbling after a long drive, and as usual it's the drop links, and you can see there's the new one. Not too bad a job again, and they're very cheap on this car. I think it was about £12 each, something like that, so it's a pretty quick fix. And then just not to be outdone, my wife's Vauxhall Corsa then when we're back from holiday decides to act up. So this is a little bit newer, 2011, but I'll let you hear what it sounds like, because it doesn't sound great. This noise was what happened when she came home with it. You can hear the very loud metallic ticking. It's most prominent on the left hand side, which is obviously where the timing chain and the auxiliary belt are. The important thing to note here is that the noise runs inside of the engine, so it's with engine revs and not whilst it's moving. So that does eliminate wheel bearings, gearbox, things like that. And it's definitely coming from this side of the engine, so we now need to try and track it down. Let's narrow it down, so let's get the wheel off and take a closer look. What I've done then is taken the driver wheel off, and I've used the belt tensioner. What you do is you turn it clockwise up there. It's quite difficult to do because you've got to get Torx in there, and there's not quite enough room. But I found a ring spanner, I think it was either 10 or 11 fit, and then you can get enough purchase on it to turn it slightly. You can see you can lock the spring, but it doesn't lock far enough, I think, for the tension. So I still found I had to put more tension on it and then gently prise it off the air conditioning clutch and compressor here. So I've now got that released. You can see I've moved the belt out of the way so we can start it up. Now it won't have the alternator running, the water pump or the AC compressor on, but it means that I can test it and see whether the noise has gone. If it has gone, then it means it's one of these three, and as usual my money is on the AC pump, although it doesn't seem to make a huge amount of noise. But that's quite common a culprit, or it could be the AC, or it could be the water pump. So let's now start it up and see what happens. A mechanic's stethoscope has worked wonders here. So what I did, after having the accessory belt disconnected and determining that it wasn't the drive shaft, the timing chain, anything like that, so it must be on the accessory belt where the noise was. And I couldn't hear it at first, but after using this and probing a little bit in different places, and I'll try and show you, because it's obviously when you use it you have to be very careful of anything moving, obviously all the belts and things. But what I did check is up on the AC compressor up there, you've got two components. You've got the outer piece and the clutch, and you see they run independent, so that spins independent of this outer. And I put the stethoscope on the main air conditioning compressor and the noise wasn't that loud. As soon as I put it on this, on the clutch, I could hear the tapping very, very loud. I then touched the base of the engine. I also touched it on the outside of the alternator and also at the top end of the engine as well, and couldn't get the noise. So it looks like it's our air conditioning compressor causing our nasty noise, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, when you spin it, you don't really get much of a noise, so I'm surprised, but it looks like that's our problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order another air conditioning compressor, and I think that's what we need to get replaced now. So I'm going to get the wheel back on and yeah, get that replaced. So there we go. I got a replacement compressor, actually only about £30 from a breaker's yard, so it's a second-hand one, but it'll do the job. There's the codes just in case you need it: 557012. Thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to subscribe using the link at the bottom and press the bell to make sure you get notifications. Really do appreciate it when you do that, and it helps the channel out and helps you make more content. So if there's anything that you'd like to know about the Corsas or any of the cars that I'm working on, or where I'm at with the Volvo 480 Restore, that's coming along quite nicely now, do pop a comment down the bottom, and also follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you want a few more behind the scenes. I do tend to put more pictures and a few little bits and pieces on there at the time. So I'll see you next time.